Mark D. Griffiths, E. Griffiths, Griffiths, E. Griffiths, E. Griffiths, 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 Griffiths. Mark D. Griffiths is an English chartered psychologist focusing in the field of behavioral addictions, namely gambling disorder, gaming addiction, internet addiction, sex addiction, and work addiction. He is a professor of behavioral addiction at Nottingham Trent University and director of the International Gaming Research Unit. He is the author of 5 books, including Gambling Addiction and its Treatment Within the NHS, Gambling and Gaming Addictions in Adolescence, and Adolescent Gambling. He has also authored over 600 refereed papers, 140-plus book chapters, and more than 1,500 articles, and has won 15 awards for his research, including a Lifetime Achievement Award for contributions to the field of youth gambling in 2006 and International Excellence Award for Gambling Research in 2003, and a Griffiths has recently encountered criticisms on his publication record, with scholars raising a number of concerns including the lack of data sharing/transparency and self-plagiarism found across a number of his papers. Education and career. Griffiths graduated with a BSc in psychology from the University of Bradford. He began teaching in 1988 while working on his PhD at Exeter University. He was a lecturer for the Workers' Education Association and did weekly support teaching at Exeter University. He completed his PhD thesis on fruit machine addiction at Exeter University in 1990. Having acquired his degree, in 1990 he started his first full-time lectureship at the University of Plymouth. In 1995 he moved to Nottingham Trent University, where he has worked since and is currently a professor of gambling studies. Over the course of his career, Griffiths has served on over 20 national and international committees, including the European Association for the Study of Gambling, Society for the Study of Gambling, Gamblers Anonymous General Services Board, National Council on Gambling, and GamCare. He is an editorial board member of International Gambling Studies, Journal of Gambling Issues, International Journal of Casino, and Business International Journal of Cyber Behavior, Psychology and Learning, and ALOMA, Revista de Psicologia, and has advised governmental bodies in the UK, Australia, Canada, Israel, Finland. Over the past 5 years, Griffiths and members of the Gaming Research Unit have worked with various international and national game companies to help develop social responsibility guidelines and policies, carry out audits of social responsibility practices within online and offline gaming environments, develop harm minimization practices within gaming environments. Some of these companies include the United Kingdom Gambling Commission, the Canadian Nova Scotia Gaming Corporation, the Irish National Lottery, and Casino Cosmopol. In early 2007, Griffiths opposed the hosting of a super-style casino in Blackpool, arguing that it wasn't typical in terms of demographics and that the proposed seafront location was too close to the poorest residential areas of town and supporting the location of the casino in Manchester. In 2014, Griffiths was featured in an extensive interview with Right Casino.com. In the course of the discussion, he recommended that the commercial gambling industry emulate the Camelot Group, who derive their profits from a comparatively large pool of customers, thus spreading the financial and social impact of gambling losses. He also described the proclivity of adolescents to develop addictive behaviors through playing free, casino-style games on social media platforms, e.g. Zynga Poker. He criticized such games as the #1 risk factor for adolescent gambling addiction. Research fields. Griffiths' research focuses on the psychology of excessive behavior. His research interests include online research methods, internet studies, cyberpsychology, behavioral addiction, gambling addiction, video game addiction, internet addiction, exercise addiction, and sex addiction. He has also conducted research in social responsibility in gambling and teaching and learning in higher education. In these fields, he has published over 400 refereed research papers, 3 books, 70 book chapters, and over 1,000 other articles. He is best recognized for his work on gambling and game addiction where, for example, he explores how people from different ages are drawn to gambling. For example, he has reported that demo versions and online skill schools where players gamble with points rather than money appeal more to teenagers than adults. Furthermore, he has established that factors such as earning points, finding rare game items, and fast loading times are more important for video game players than gender, age, and time spent playing. He has written on egomania, which he defines as an obsessive preoccupation with the self, teratophilia, and pandrogyny. Prominent findings. In a recent study, Professor Griffiths conducted a study with Helena Cole, a researcher in the Division of Psychology, Nottingham Trent University, that explored what the social interactions occur both within and outside of MMORCs. Griffiths and Cole both conducted an experiment that surveyed 912 players who played MMORCs across 41 countries. The study showed that social interactions in MMORCs are a major component in the enjoyment of playing video games. The study also showed MMORCs can be extremely social games with a vast number of gamers who play MMORCs making lifelong friends or even partners. The study concluded that video gaming may allow players to express themselves in ways that they might not be comfortable doing in real life because of their appearance, gender, sexuality, or age. This study is one of many that Griffiths has conducted on the topic of how video games affect people. Awards. Griffiths has received awards including U.S. National Council on Problem Gambling Research Award 6/2009, Royal Society of Arts Fellowship Award 12/2007, Lifetime Achievement Award for Contributions to the Field of Youth Gambling 5/2006 from the U.S. Institute for the Study of Gambling and Commercial Gaming, British Psychological Society Fellowship Award 3/2006, Excellence in Teaching of Psychology Award 3/2006 from the British Psychological Society, Joseph Lister Prize 9/2004 from the British Association for the Advancement of Science, International Excellence Award Canadian Responsible Gambling Council 9/2003, Selig Prize 9/1998 from the Spanish Center for Legal Studies on Gaming El Centro de Estudios de Legislación sobre el Juego, John Rosecrans Gambling Research Prize 6/1994 from the U.S. Institute for the Study of Gambling and Commercial Gaming. Books. Griffiths, Mark 1995. Adolescent Gambling. London, Routledge. Griffiths, Mark 2002. Gambling and Gaming Addictions in Adolescence. Leicester, British Psychological Society/Blackwells. Griffiths, Mark J. Singh, Nikki 2007. Gambling Addiction and Its Treatment Within the NHS, A Guide for Healthcare Professionals. London, British Medical Association. ISBN 978-1-905545-11-7. Griffiths, Mark Mayer, Gerhardt, Heyer, Tobias eds. 2009. Problem Gaming in Europe, Challenges, Prevention, and Interventions. New York, Springer. ISBN 978-387-9486-1. Journal publications. Griffiths, Mark de Freitas, Sarah 2008. The Convergence of Gaming Practices with Other Media Forms, What Potential for Learning. A Review of the Literature. Learning, Media, and Technology. 33/1120. doi 10.1080/17 quadrillion 439,880,701,868,796. Griffiths, Mark, Barnes, Andrew 2008. Internet Gambling, an online empirical study among student gamblers. International Journal of Mental Health and Addiction. 6-194-204. doi 10.1007/11469-7-9083-7. Griffiths, Mark Meredith, Alex 2009. Video Game Addiction and Its Treatment. Journal of Contemporary Psychotherapy. 39-447-53. doi 10.1007/109-9-9118-4. Griffiths, Mark, Park, Jonathan, Wood, Richard, Rigby, Jane 2010. Online Poker Gambling in University Students, Further Findings from an Online Survey. International Journal of Mental Health and Addiction. 81-8289. doi 10.1007/469-9-9203-7. Griffiths, Mark, Wardle, Heather, Orford, Jim, Sproston, Carrie, Irens, Bob 2011. Internet Gambling, Health, Smoking, and Alcohol Use, Findings from the 2007 British Gambling Prevalence Survey. International Journal of Mental Health and Addiction. 9-1-111. doi 10.1007/11,469-9-9246-9. Griffiths, Mark, Wardle, Heather, Orford, Jim, Sproston, Carrie, Irens, Bob 2009. Sociodemographic Correlates of Internet Gambling, Findings from the 2007 British Gambling Prevalence Survey PDF. Cyberpsychology and Behavior. 12-199-202. doi 10.1089/CPB 2008.196. PMID 19,072,080. Griffiths, Mark, Hussain, Sahir 2008. Gender Swapping and Socializing in Cyberspace, an Exploratory Study PDF. Cyberpsychology and Behavior. 11-147-53. doi 10.1089/CPB 2007.20. PMID 18,275,312. Griffiths, Mark, Park, Jonathan, Park, Adrian 2007. Positive Thinking Among Slot Machine Gamblers, A Case of Maladaptive Coping. International Journal of Mental Health and Addiction. 5-3952. doi 10.1007/11,469-6-9049-1. Griffiths, Mark, Sargent, Mark, Dickens, Thomas, Davies, Mark 2007. Women's Hedonic Ratings of Body Odor of Heterosexual and Homosexual Men PDF. Archives of Sexual Behavior. 36-3, 395-401. doi 10.1007/10508-6-9126-3. PMID 17,186,122. Griffiths, Mark, Wood, Richard 2007. A Qualitative Investigation of Problem Gambling as an Escape-Based Coping Strategy. Psychology and Psychotherapy, Theory, Research, and Practice. ADPT 107-125. doi 10.1348/147,608,306 Zone 107,881. PMID 17,346,384. Griffiths, Mark, Wood, Richard 2007. Online Guidance, Advice, and Support for Problem Gamblers and Concerned Relatives and Friends, an Evaluation of the GAM-AID Pilot Service. British Journal of Guidance and Counseling. 35-4, 373-389. doi 10.1080/3 69,880,701,593,540. Griffiths, Mark 1988. The Psychological Deception and Perception of Slot Machines. Economic Psychology Research Group. Griffiths, Mark 1988. Factors in Gambling and Sexual Behavior. Economic Psychology Research Group. Griffiths, Mark 1988. Gambling in Children and Adolescents. Economic Psychology Research Group. Griffiths, Mark 1988. Addiction to Fruit Machines, a Preliminary Study. Economic Psychology Research Group. Griffiths, Mark 1988. The Psychological Deception and Perception of Slot Machines. Economic Psychology Research Group.